Time to tune in to 5 Minutes at the Frat House with Frat House Mike and Sidekick. And let me just start out by taking a moment to kind of throw a shout out to our friends over at Amp Energy. Over the past number of weeks, months actually, really, they've been sending us some terrific words of encouragement. Nice comments coming over to them. You know, keep it up, guys. Keep the good work going. And so what we wanted to do was just kind of give them a little bit of a plug ourselves tonight. A little bit of Amp Energy right there. And we thank you. We appreciate it. And hope everybody else takes notice of it as well. We start the show off with racing, and then a little bit more racing. Hey, we had the second race of the Triple Crown this past weekend. 137th running of the Preakness down there in Maryland. And who'd have thunk it? I sure as heck didn't. I'll have another. Takes another. I really didn't expect that one at all. And if I didn't know better, I'm going to tell you right now, I would have thought that what they did was they were just running a rerun video of the Kentucky Derby. Because there it was, Bodemeister was out ahead, and I'll have another comes up from behind and takes the second of the 3 races. So there's a chance that I'll have another actually wins the Triple Crown. That'll be on June 9th. And that'll be in New York at the Belmont Stakes. Not since affirmed in 1978 have we had a Triple Crown winner. But listen, 11 have tried. 11 have actually had a shot at doing it. And in fact, many have said, hey, Belmont is the place where if you're going to lose it, that's the place it happens, usually. So, over at Motorsports, we have the 96th running of the Indy 500.
Yes, we do.
The first one was run in 1911. 250,000 people.
You remember that, right, Mike?
I don't remember that one. No, I wasn't there. I think I was there in 19... No, never mind. 250,000 people will converge on Indianapolis. 250,000 this weekend to witness one of the nation's, I don't know, greatest traditions. I guess that's really what it's become. And it's interesting when you think about it because I don't care whether you're an Indy fan or not. You're just kind of drawn to it.
You watch the Indy.
I mean, I don't know. It's weird. I mean, I'm not a big Indy, but I got to go check it out. That race will be run on Sunday. Anybody got the time on that?
Noon.
Thank you very much.
Noon is when the race starts. 11:30 is driver introductions.
All right, and that's going to be covered by, is that ABC? Anybody know?
Ooh, good question.
ABC. All right, ABC, I'm being told. Over in NASCAR, let's go take a look at NASCAR.
Yep.
Jimmie Johnson won his second race in a row this past weekend. This one didn't count. This one was...
I beg to differ. That $1 million?
Well,
didn't count?
But it didn't count in the standings, let's put it that way. That's where it really counts. The All-Star race was held this past Saturday in Charlotte. The All-Star race is an exhibition. And I actually thought, can I be honest, I actually thought the most exciting part of the race was the race-in by Dale Jr. I'm going to be honest with you. I actually thought that was exciting. To see Dale Jr. actually get into it. And he ended up finishing 5th. Others who came in the top 5 in the All-Star race. Brad Keselowski came in 2nd. Matt Kenseth came in 3rd. Kyle Busch.
Yep.
Right there again.
Good show.
Came in 4th. And Dale Jr., of course, came in 5th. And they're going to stay right there in Charlotte this week. They're going to stay right there because we're going to be back to real counting racing this coming week at the Charlotte Motor Speedway on Sunday at 5:30. I guess that's after the Indy. So we've got that just a long stretch of racing going on Sunday.
Yep.
As a result of the fact that the past weekend's race was an exhibition, our leaderboard really didn't change, so we're just going to kind of throw it up there just kind of as a reminder. There it is. That's the leaderboard, and that's the way it looks going into Charlotte on Sunday night.
And
go ahead.
I got a shout-out.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, this is a shout-out show. We just want to give a shout-out to fans, or friend of the show, Facebook fan, Kyle Perks Racing, who this weekend picked up his first win ever at New Egypt Speedway during the Tri-State Race Sabre 305 Sprint Series. So we just want to give him acknowledgement that he got his first ever win at New Egypt. So
You got it. And a lot of racing there, and we're still not done with racing. Hey,
nope.
We're not going to.
You're mocking me, aren't you?
No, we're not going to leave racing yet. We're going to go take a look at NHRA. We haven't talked about NHRA in the past couple of weeks, but I thought what we would do is take a quick look at the leaderboard as it stands right now, because 1/3 of that season is now finished, believe it or not. And let's take a look at the different categories. In the top fuel dragster category, Spencer Massey sits atop the leaderboard with 670 points. He's just 12 points ahead of Tony Schumacher. 32 points ahead of the Frat House favorite here, Antron Brown. In our favorite, though, funny car division, Robert Hight of the John Force Racing, at the moment seems to have a commanding lead. 775 points. He's 179 points ahead of Ron Capps. Pro Stock Division, you got Greg Anderson leads all with 755 points. He's 93 points ahead of Jason Line.
And we wanted to bring up about Greg Anderson at Englishtown coming up. He's going to be debuting the first current generation Camaro.
That's right. That's right.
That'll be nice to look at.
And that's our NHRA update. We'll bring that leaderboard back to you every once in a while, occasionally, as we continue to go through the course of the season. Whew. Let's take a breath from racing, huh? Let's go over and take a look at baseball. We got week 7 of baseball, which means we've got our list of improbables. We got our list of improbables. Did you hear this story there, Sidekick? Last Friday night, Los Angeles Dodgers second baseman Mark Ellis involved in a collision with Cardinal Tyler Green at second base. It was obvious, now after it occurred, it was obvious he was really shaken up, all right? As it turns out, the next day he underwent emergency surgery in order to get pressure relieved off of his leg muscles in his left leg. Doctors indicated that apparently if the surgery had been postponed by 6 or 7 hours, he would have ended up losing his leg completely. All because
this situation doesn't look good, sweetheart.
Well, it actually turned out pretty good for Ellis, thankfully. But that's a scary situation. I mean, it was simply because of a collision at second base. Yep. Now, apparently, Ellis will be out, as you can imagine. They're saying 6 weeks, probably more like 6 to 8 weeks. Now, that's our first improbable. Second one, while we're at it, we got to keep the Washington Nationals in there. It seems like the Washington Nationals have been on our probables list since we started this whole thing. How about Steven Strasburg last week? Phenom pitcher, just incredible guy. Hits his first home run off of first major league home run in the Baltimore Orioles game. Helped his own cause, won that game 9-3. Now my question is this guy for real? Hey, how about these? You want to hear some numbers? 375 batting average for Strasburg, 412 on base percentage, 750 slugging.
Nice out of a pitcher.
Not kidding. These Nationals are just loaded with young talent. You're familiar with Drew Sutton?
Who?
Drew Sutton? You know Drew Sutton? Drew Sutton. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Listen, don't worry about it. Nobody is. Because the guy doesn't stick around in town very long, in any town he's ever been with. 28-year-old infielder Drew Sutton, just last Saturday, was playing with the Braves' AAA team in Rochester, New York. That afternoon, after the game, he was told he was traded to the Pittsburgh Pirates and that he had to report for the next day to their AAA team in Buffalo. He never had a chance to even get on the road to make the trek to Buffalo because while he was getting prepared to do that, he got notified that he had to get on a plane to Tampa because Pittsburgh had traded him to the Tampa Bay Rays. I think it'd be really cool to see this guy's closet, like when he...
They trusted me.
Yeah, I'd like to see all those different jerseys that he's got in his closet when he retires.
Hey, Rolling Stone grad, there's no moss.
You know that Miami Marlins team, they're playing in a brand new stadium.
Sure, yep.
All right. Mm-hmm. Well, Marlins slugger Giancarlo Stanton the other night, he put his mark on that brand new stadium. He hit a 122 mile per hour home run off of Jamie Moore. And while he was doing that, damaged the scoreboard, knocked it right out. Ultimately, they did get it working a couple of innings later, but it was missing quite a few. There was a big black gap in
Who does that? Who has time?
Carlos Stanton does. This guy's only what? What did we say? 22 years old?
Yeah.
This guy is a slugger.
But I've got a great quote from Captain Obvious, Ozzie Gann. This kid has some ridiculous power.
Yeah, I would say so. This guy is a slugger, honestly. Alrighty, let's go over and take a look at, let's talk a little Moneyball, huh? How about some Moneyball? Moneyball as in payroll salaries. You know, many of us have been critical for years. I know I have. I can't deny it. I've been critical of teams like the New York Yankees for seemingly going out there, hey, let's go buy championships. Currently, four of the teams with the top highest payrolls in Major League Baseball are all 500 or less in the standings right now. You got the number 2, my team, the Philadelphia Phillies, are 22 and 23, and in last place in the NL East. Number 3, Boston Red Sox, 22 and 22, and in last place in the AL East. Number 4, Anaheim Angels are 20 and 25, and in last place in the AL West. The Detroit Tigers are the 5th highest payroll. They're 20 and 24 and in the middle of the pack in the AL Central. I think that says something about the AL Central. The number 1 team in payroll, New York Yankees, well, they're kind of on a yo-yo. They're above 500. They're 23 and 21, but they're just above the cellar-dwelling Boston Red Sox. So much for Moneyball, huh? All right. Those were our top 5 improbables for the week. Let's go over and take a look at the ML leaderboard, and there has been no change in this from last week. In the AL, you've got the Baltimore Orioles still up there at the top.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. And the Cleveland Indians are there in the Central. The Texas Rangers are in the West. In the National League, the Washington Nationals, who frankly I think more and more are starting to look like a real team. I mean, all the talk that the Nationals, they're not going to be there, not going to be there. I don't know about that team. I think they got a real potential of being a legitimate team in the East. They're leading the East. You got the Cardinals in the Central. You got the Dodgers out there in the West, and that's
the Dodgers are running away with it.
That's the team.
A couple of weeks they're going to be clinching. It almost seems like.
Well, I made the comment before the show that the Dodgers, they were saying, actually almost took over the Texas Rangers this week in the power rankings.
Yep.
And who knows how that's going to look. We'll take a look at that one. We'll take a look at the power rankings again on Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday when they finally come out, but it's very possible you might see the Dodgers taking that over. Alrighty, NBA playoffs. Your favorite time of the show. Let's go take a look at where things are getting good. Interesting stuff. Western Conference Finals are set, huh?
Yes, they are. We've got the Thunder. They're going to be taking on the Spurs. That series starts on Thursday. So, thankfully, the West is all booked up.
That's a number 2 seed against the number 1?
Yep.
It starts on what day?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Okay,
Sunday. Got it.
Sunday.
In the East.
And then we've got the Sixers who are tied up with Boston.
Going to a game 7.
Who'd have thunk that one? Game 7 on Saturday.
Some are giving the Sixers possibility they could take that.
Yeah, it was said the other night though that neither team has won back-to-back games.
Well, I hear you. And we it's going to be in Boston. So.
They would have to win back-to-back.
I know.
But hey, the fact they're still in this is just amazing. And then we got we're trying to buy a championship Miami Heat, who are up 3-2. Yeah, Moneyball over the Indiana Pacers. Game 6 being tonight.
Right.
And if the Pacers pull this one out, there will be a Game 7 on Saturday.
Yes, there will. But of course, a lot of people are saying that Miami should take that one. I think that game is underway as we speak right now. So we'll see where that goes. But that's a number 2. That's a pure number 2, number 3 matchup right there that's going on. We got another playoff series going on, and that's over in the NHL. And we now know that the Western Conference is that whole setup is we know who's going to win that or who won it anyhow.
Just like
the LA
NBA.
Kings. LA Kings beat up on those Phoenix Coyotes 4-1, and they're waiting for the conclusion of the Eastern Conference Finals.
They're still undefeated on the road.
I know. They won that 5th game on the road in Phoenix. Who'd have thunk this? I mean, it's just crazy. Over there in the East, you've got the New Jersey Devils, who are up 3-2 against the New York Rangers, with Game 6 scheduled for tomorrow evening.
Yep.
And this is where it gets interesting. That game is in New Jersey, which means they have the possibility they could take that series right there, and that would make for a rather interesting matchup. You would have then at that point you'd have the Kings going up against the Devils for the Stanley Cup Finals.
Yeah. But
so we'll see how that goes.
I don't want to be mean to either of the East contenders, but and the NHL has released the schedule for the finals. the first 2 games are the East is home.
Right. So that means the LA Kings will be on the road, and they haven't lost yet there. That kind of leads us into our Facebook post of the week, our Frat House Facebook post of the week. And the other evening I had put up a post, I had put up a comment following the LA Kings when they won the 3-0. They went up 3-0 and they won that game and they went to 3 games to 0. I posted my comment that the LA Kings are positively mind-boggling. Take a 3-0 lead on the Phoenix Coyotes. Not sure how I feel about this. Can anybody help me? Well, our buddy Sean, who's been a Facebook friend of ours for quite a while now, he kind of gave us, well, he helped me out. He gave us a little LOL on that and said to me, 5 more wins and the West Coast Flyers win the Cup. Alrighty there, Sean. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. No, seriously. Hey, good stuff, Sean. That was great. We appreciate it. Hey, we've had really, really great comments all week long on the Facebook page, and we're already looking at ones for next week. That's how good they've been.
And apparently he's been listening to what I've been saying the whole time.
Obviously he has. Is he a friend of yours on Sidekick? Is he a friend of yours on Sidekick?
No, actually he's not.
Okay.
We may have to friend.
Let him know
Apparently we think alike.
Yeah, I think so. So keep those posts coming, all right? Keep them coming, and maybe yours will show up next week. While we're mentioning the Facebook page, you're going to want to check out my column this week. All right, and originally I didn't actually think I was going to have a column. I mean, I kind of wait and see what's going to happen. By Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, there wasn't much fodder out there, let's put it that way. And I didn't, well, hey, the NFLPA gave me a little bit of fodder on Tuesday. And so I kind of put out a tirade on the NFLPA, which you're going to want to check out. It's titled, "I'm Sick of the NFLPA Speaking with Forked Tongue." So check that one out. It's full of vitriol, let's put it that way. That's the only thing I got to say. Memorial Day weekend, and we are just loaded with sports all over the place. And you've got even a little bit more for us. A little update on some what? MMA and some UFC 146 this weekend.
We're going to have some mixed martial arts competition Saturday night. UFC 146, we've got Junior Dos Santos, who is the current heavyweight champion, who's 14-1. He's going up against Frank Mir for the heavyweight title. Frank Mir is 16-5. Right now, he's got 8 submissions, which is most of anyone in the heavyweight division. So I'm seeing that this is going to be a good fight.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to watching that fight. And then also on that card is Cain Velasquez, who some people may remember. He's the guy that knocked off Brock Lesnar for the heavyweight title, who then in turn lost the belt to Junior Dos Santos. He's 9-1. He's going against.
Trying to follow.
I know. Well, for Lee and some of our Facebook fans that follow MMA, they know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
So he's going up against Antonio Bigfoot Silva, who's 16-3. So, and that's just a non-title fight, but the whole card is all heavyweights. So,
right.
This is it's my weight class. I just started MMA training myself. So, one day when I grow up, maybe.
And this is on Saturday
night
pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view.
All right.
Or go to your local, establishment that offers these things.
Right,
you
sure.
can go catch them and have some drinks and stuff. So.
Absolutely.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I need a drink.
Oh, yeah. I'm hearing that one. Okay, that's our show for this week. We got Memorial Day weekend coming up, and that's a big weekend. We appreciate you being here with us. Hey, you know what you got to do? You got to keep us real. You got to keep us live. You got to keep us going. You got to keep us amped.
3 cars pull away. Johnson, Keselowski, and Kenseth. For the 3rd time in the history of the All-Star race, Jimmie Johnson and the Lowe Chevrolet are going to victory lane and $1 million.
Awesome job. Jimmie, you made my strategy easy tonight, buddy. Thank you. All that stress for nothing. Man, Mr. Ames, this has been a big week for you, brother. You deserve it, buddy. We love you, man. Man, that's a heck of a job, buddy. You made it look pretty easy. Yes, it was awesome.